your favorite trigger? And can you show us? Honestly, like, my favorite ASMR is people whispering. Like, even if a video is not meant to be ASMR and somebody's like whispering, I love it. I just love to hear people talk in like a really calm and like soothing voice. I don't know why. I love it. Okay, like, I just love it. Do you have a least favorite trigger? Probably mouth sounds. I love mouth sounds with whispering, but I don't love like mouth sounds only videos. So, what inspired you to create this channel? Honestly, I've always loved ASMR. How I found ASMR actually was like many years ago. Somebody had commented on one of Trisha Paytas's YouTube videos and was like, your voice gives me ASMR. And at that time, I was probably like 14 or 15, and I was chronically online. And I was like, what is ASMR? So I googled it, or I think I looked it up on YouTube, and the first ASMR artist that I saw was a girl named Olivia Kisper, and I watched her videos for years. And the first time I watched her ASMR video, I fell asleep, and I was like, whoa, this is some crazy stuff. And the rest is literally history. So I've always loved ASMR, and I just always felt like it was something I wanted to do. And I actually, in high school, I had an ASMR channel. And yeah, but like, I was really young and dumb back then, so I didn't keep up with the channel. And then like life got in the way, so I stopped making ASMR videos. And then at the beginning of this year, I was like, you know what, I do want to make ASMR videos again and get serious about it. And I just so happened to have had started reading again at the beginning of the year, and I was like, well, I can talk about like the books that I'm reading and stuff like that. So that's what inspired me to make this channel. And then they also asked some non-ASMR questions. Do you have any pets? I do. I have 2 dogs. I have a pug named Apple and a like Chihuahua mix, and his name is B. Well, we call him B. His name's Bandit, but ever since we've got him, we call him B or BB, or BB gun. And then we have two outside cats, named Lou. Her name is Louisiana, and we call her Lou or Lulu. And then we have Peppa, like Peppa Pig. How old are you? I am 24. I am 24 years old. And they also asked, what is your favorite color? I would definitely say pink is my favorite color. So the next question is, how did you meet your husband and how long have you been married? Sorry, I actually met my husband on Tinder. We are a Tinder success story, but the only reason why I matched with my husband is because I didn't know him, but I knew of him. The tea on that is, when I worked my first job, I like say hi to him and stuff, and they would talk like when he came. And so when I was on Tinder, I remembered my husband's face, and I was like, I know this guy, like I've seen him before. So that's why I matched with him, because like I knew somebody that knew him, so I knew that he was a decent person. So that is why I decided to swipe right, and he was really attractive. Every time he would come, I would always think like, that guy is so attractive, I want to know him. And it's like the stars aligned with us like connecting, because when I swiped on him, he had already swiped on me, so he like matched. And then I ended up messaging him first, because I was like, I know you from somewhere, like I want to get to know you. So that is the tea. And then like, the funny thing is though, I actually didn't know that we were dating when my husband proposed to me. He's also the only guy that I went on a date with. He is the only guy that I like dated, everything. He's the only guy that like I met up with off of Tinder too, which is funny. But after we met and we like went on our first date, after that we were inseparable. And since he was like the first guy I ever dated or went out on a date with, one of my friends was like, no, you can never like ask a guy like what you are, because it will scare them away. And I didn't have any experience dating or anything, and so I was like, okay, like I'm not gonna ask him like what we are or whatever. And that was like months and months after we had like met, and we had been spending like every day together. And so she told me that, and I was like, okay, like I guess you just can't ever ask. And like month after month passed, and I just never asked. And he like even asked me to move in and everything, but month after month passed, and my husband and I were together, I want to say 2 years when he proposed to me. And all that time I really didn't know that we were dating. Like neither of us had ever defined the relationship or asked each other like, oh, what are we, what is this, what are we doing? But we just, I think like in our minds mutually understood like we were together, we were spending every day together and coaching my son's little league together, and we lived together. I probably should have put 2 and 2 together, and I'm pretty sure like I did in my mind put 2 and 2 together. It's just that we never defined the relationship, and it worked for us. So that was like a really long drawn out story. Anyways, we will be married 3 years this November. Time moves so fast, and we've been together for 5 years. Did you feel nervous about starting an ASMR channel? I did and I didn't. I was excited, and the only thing I wanted to do was reach at least one person, and my channel's grown way more than that, which is still crazy to me. I have like over 1,000 subscribers, almost 1.1 thousand, and that is still really crazy to me. I can't believe it. What is your favorite YouTube channel to watch? ASMR wise, right now, I'm really loving Michelle Whispers ASMR. I've talked about her before. She's from Germany, and she just has like the best whisper. Her accent, just like, I don't know what it is, and she makes a lot of like story time ASMR, and I just love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. ASMR wise, probably H3. H3 is like my favorite podcast. Ask ASMR. What's your advice for someone who is thinking about starting an ASMR channel? Do you think it is worth it? My advice would just be to start the channel, figure out like what you're passionate about, and make ASMR based on that kind of content. I'm very passionate about reading, and a lot of my content is focused around reading. And do I think it's worth it? Of course, I think it's worth it if you are in it for the right reasons. I think today a lot of people join like social media or like make YouTube or TikTok or whatever to like get famous and make money and like quit their day job, so to speak. And I think that's why a lot of people don't end up being successful. It's because they're not actually passionate about like the content that they're creating. They just want to like get a lot of subscribers or followers and, you know, do brand deals and stuff like that. So if your heart is in it for the right reasons, I definitely think it's worth it. And then they asked, what's some of your hobbies? Honestly, reading is one of my main hobbies. I read every single day. I love anything skincare or beauty, makeup related. I'm very into like working out. How lame. But like fitness, and working out, and being a mom. What is your favorite thing to do on your day off? I don't really have like a traditional job anymore because I'm a stay-at-home mom. But I really just love taking time to like relax and read. When my husband's off on the weekends or his like workload is light during the week, since he works from home, we really love to get coffee. Like that is our thing. We are coffee people, so we love trying like new places. And I live in Texas, so we travel to Austin a lot, the capital. And Austin has so many great coffee shops, so we love to go there and explore, and we love to eat. I love to eat. Some people eat to live, right? But I live to eat. And both of my husband and I, our cultures, like our familial cultures, are very food based. Like he is Asian, so, and I am Hispanic and Black, but more so like I spend a lot of time with my Hispanic side. So both of our families love to cook and eat, and that is like our love language. So I love that about us. So that is like what we do on our days off. So somebody asked, what are some of your favorite interests other than reading? I did kind of just answer this, but I do enjoy like skincare and makeup, gardening. I did show you guys my plants, my garden, which is doing okay. The heat has been killing my plants, which is like so annoying. That I really love swimming too. I have always loved swimming and being in the water, and now that it's summertime and it's really hot, we have been in the water so much this summer. What is your zodiac sign, and do you care for astrology at all? I am a Libra, and I love astrology. Somebody else asked me what my zodiac sign is, so thank you guys. is like, oh, okay, like next weekend, let's meet up. At the moment, I'll be like, oh yeah, of course, let's do it. And then when the time comes, I want to back out. My husband is an Aquarius. He is very, very emotional. Very, not like emotional as in like a crybaby, but he has really big feelings. And I see that a lot in him. He doesn't want to believe it, but it's very, very true. My daughter is a Scorpio, and she is a Scorpio through and through, and I believe that so wholeheartedly. She's very headstrong. She's very feisty. Sometimes she can hurt your feelings, and I believe that. And so therefore I believe in zodiacs. My son is a Libra like me, and my mom is a Libra as well. Sorry. That's all I gotta say about that. What did you want to be when you, as a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? This is such a funny question to me because I don't really feel like I ever wanted to be anything. I can't remember. So before I had my daughter, I was working in finance. I was working at a bank. After I left Chick-fil-A, that was my first job, and I was a teenager. And then once I turned 18, I worked in banking. I did take kind of a break in my like work career to work for a software company, because my husband is a tech pro, and he like codes, and he's worked in development before, and he worked for a software company and was like, oh, come work with us. I can do a story time on that. It was a terrible job. It was a terrible company to work for, and that was kind of during COVID, like the start of COVID, until it was like before COVID. I had worked there for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. So like a year before COVID, and then about halfway into COVID, I worked there, and we were working from home. And after that, I was like, you know what? Nope, banking is for me. And then I went back into banking, and worked at a bank, after I found out I was pregnant, and then up until I gave birth. And then once I gave birth to my daughter, my husband asked me to stay home and pretty much be a stay-at-home mom. If I was to go back into the work field, to the workforce, I think it's workforce, I would go back into banking, and I would stay in banking forever. Again, somebody asked me what my zodiac sign was. I'm a Libra. My favorite book, my favorite genre, my favorite book of all time would definitely have to be A Man Called Ove. I read a really good one. Oh my goodness. I read an amazing book that I read it this month, July, and I'm really excited to tell you guys about it. So, A Man Called Ove, and this book that I'm going to tell you guys at the end of the month. I'm going to tell you guys about it at the end of the month. But my favorite genre would probably be romance. No matter what, at the end of the day, I always go back to romance. I'm just a romance girly for life. I will always be that way. Even though a lot of romance books piss me off, I still love it. I'm a glutton for punishment when it comes to romance, because, and I'm pretty sure this is the way like all book genres are, but sometimes like they're really great romance books. Like, you will read something that is so good, and then you'll read something that is so cheesy and just kind of questions are multi-parters as well. I love multi-parters. How old are you? I'm 24. What are your life and ASMR ticks? Sorry, I can't see without my glasses. What are your life and ASMR icks? That's a good question. I love hearing people's icks about stuff. Life icks. I would definitely say, I know it's gonna be kind of controversial, and it's not. This is kind of an ick I developed after becoming a parent, but people, okay, it's kind of a multi-parter, right? Because it's people who post their kids on social media. Ever since I became a parent, I just really, you don't really realize how many creeps and creepy people are in the world preying on children. So I really try to keep my kids off of the internet, especially my daughter, because she is so young. Like, my social media is locked down. I only follow people like I know, and all my accounts are private, and I only let people follow me that I know in real life. And besides that, like, I don't really post my daughter at all. Well, either of my kids, but my son is older. But I don't post my kids hardly ever. But people who like do social media, so like family vloggers and just people who have their accounts private, I don't know, it's just a personal ick, and I know some people don't mean anything by it, but it makes me nervous, because once you become a parent, like, you realize that there are not a lot of good people in this world, and there's just too many things that could go wrong with that whole situation. And as a parent, first and foremost, your job is to protect your kids and their well-being and everything about them, their mental health. So until, like, my kids can say, you know, I consent to that, I try not to post them. ASMR icks. Honestly, don't shoot the messenger, but an ASMR ick of mine is a TikToker ASMR artist. I don't know what it is about them. I just don't feel like they are sincere. I don't feel like they make content, you know, for their viewers. I really feel like they do ASMR for the check. Like, they are doing ASMR to get a lot of followers and get paid to do it. And obviously, like, people who do get paid to make ASMR, like, there's nothing wrong with it, but ASMR is such, like, it's like a very personal, like, niche kind of content, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like healing, you know? Like, I don't know if I can explain that correctly. It's just, there's something so personal about ASMR, and I just feel like when you're doing it to make money, it takes, like, the personal relationship out of it. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly. But those are just two icks. They also asked any future plans for your channel, things you want to accomplish. I just want to keep making content. My whole goal with this channel was to, you know, reach at least one person. I've said that before. I've said that so many times. It's just, I know, like, I remember what ASMR has done for my life. ASMR is a huge part of my life. You know, I watch it every single day to go to sleep. It's very personal to me, and I wanted to create that for somebody else. So that was my only, like, goal with my channel. I just want to keep on creating content that shit show. Like, that's just the type of person I am. So I thought it was funny, and I just thought, like, nobody else really has like a name, a podcast, anything, you know, called shit show. And I just kind of do things my own way and march to the beat of my own drum. Like, I'm just a shit show. So that is the meaning behind my name, my channel name. Last question is a multi-parter as well. I love those. Fave and least fave videos to film. My favorite videos are chit-chatty, like whisper, ramble type videos. My least favorite are probably role plays. I just don't really feel like I'm that good at them. I'm not an actress. Every like role play that you see on my channel is because I'm like truly proud of it, but I'm not good like at pretending to like be an actress, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not good at it. How many kids do you have? Do you want more? I have two. That was my stomach. I do apologize. But I have 2 kids. I have a stepson who is 14. And my husband had a kid very, very early in life. That's why I am so young with a stepchild who is so old. And then I have one biological daughter. Do I want more kids? I don't know. Every day it changes. When I had my daughter, I did have my tubes tied. I was 23 years old getting my tubes tied, which is kind of unheard of, but I really, really advocated for myself. And my doctor, my OBGYN, thankfully is a girl's girl, so she very much listened to my wishes. Pregnancy was very hard for me, and it's just not something at that time, especially, it was not something I wanted to do again. And then my delivery was it was kind of traumatizing in a way. And then postpartum kicked my ass. I had the worst postpartum anxiety in my life, like almost like life-ending postpartum anxiety. But every day I go back and forth with the idea of having more children. And if we did, because it takes 2, if we did have more children, we probably would adopt. I don't really know. I honestly doubt that I will have more kids. So what social media do you use the most? I watch a lot of TikTok. I'm on Instagram a lot. I'm a lurker. I watch a lot of other people's stuff. I don't really post a lot. I would have to say either